a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Taika Waititi. Taika David Waititi, also known as Taika Cohen, is a New Zealand film director, screenwriter, actor, and comedian. He was nominated for an Academy Award for his 2004 short film Two Cars, One Night. His feature films Boy and Hunt for the Wilderpeople have each been the top-grossing New Zealand film, with the latter still holding that title as of 2017. He co-directed the 2014 horror comedy film What We Do in the Shadows with Jemaine Clement, which brought him further critical acclaim and recognition. Waititi later directed the Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero film Thor, Ragnarok, which received positive reviews. Background: Waititi is from the Raukokore area of the East Coast region of the North Island of New Zealand and grew up there and in Wellington, going to Onslow College in his teen years. His father is Maori of Te Wānau Aopanui and his mother is Jewish. Waititi has used his mother's surname, Cohen, for some of his work in film and writing. Comedy and acting work. While a drama student at Victoria University of Wellington, Waititi was part of the 5-member ensemble So You're a Man, which toured New Zealand and Australia with some success. He was half of the comedy duo The Humour Beasts alongside Jemaine Clement, which received New Zealand's highest comedy accolade, the Billy T Award, in 1999. In the same period Waititi began acting on screen. He won a local film award for his work as one of the students in the successful low-budget Dunedin film Scarface, and had smaller roles in the road movie Snakeskin and the TV series The Strip. Waititi played Thomas Kalmaku in 2011 superhero film Green Lantern, and took large roles in 2 of his own films, 2010's Boy, and 2014's What We Do in the Shadows, which he co-directed and co-wrote with Jemaine Clement. He also plays Korg, a Cronin, via motion capture in his 2017 superhero film Thor, Ragnarok. Filmmaking. Among a variety of artistic interests, Waititi began making comical short films for New Zealand's annual 48-hour film contest. In 2005 his short film Two Cars, One Night earned him an Academy Award nomination. At the awards ceremony, he famously feigned falling asleep as the nominations were being read out. His first feature film, oddball romantic comedy Eagle vs. Shark, was released in US theaters for limited distribution in 2007. The film stars Waititi's then real-life partner, Lorraine Horsley, as Lily. The same year, Waititi wrote and directed one episode of the TV show Flight of the Conchords and was director of another. His second feature, Boy, premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2010, and was nominated for the Grand Jury Prize. Waititi also took one of the main roles, as the ex-con father who returns to his family. On its release in New Zealand, Boy received enthusiastic reviews and was successful at the local box office, eclipsing several records. After the success of Boy, Waititi hoped that the film's signature track, Poi, would get to #1 on the New Zealand charts. The song ultimately reached #3 on the charts, but managed to become #1 on iTunes. In 2011, Waititi directed New Zealand TV series Super City starring Madeline Sami, who plays 5 characters living in one city. In 2013, Waititi co-wrote and co-directed vampire comedy mockumentary What We Do in the Shadows with friend and fellow comedian Jemaine Clement. The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2014. Waititi and Clement played members of a group of vampires who live in modern-day Wellington. Waititi's fourth feature, Hunt for the Wilderpeople, premiered at the 2016 Sundance Film Festival. When it was released back in New Zealand, the comedy adventure broke records for a New Zealand film in its opening weekend. Based on a book by the late Barry Crump, the film centers around a young boy and a grumpy man on the run in the forest. Waititi wrote the initial screenplay for the 2016 Disney film Moana, which focused on gender and family. Those elements were passed over in favor of what would become the finalized story. In 2017, Waititi won the award for New Zealander of the Year, but was unable to receive it in person due to work commitments. Waititi directed his first major Hollywood film, Marvel Studios' Thor, Ragnarok, which was released in October 2017. He had previously directed 2 shorts for Marvel called Team Thor, which dealt with Thor's living in Australia with his roommate, Daryl Jacobson. Waititi will be collaborating with Mark Gustafson to direct the upcoming stop-motion animated film Bubbles, which is about the life of Michael Jackson seen from the perspective of his pet chimpanzee, Bubbles. Waititi is also reportedly directing a new live-action film version of Akira and is preparing to start co-writing a sequel to What We Do in the Shadows, titled Werewolves. Personal life. In May 2012, Waititi's wife, Chelsea Winston-Lee, gave birth to their first daughter, Taika. In the run-up to the 2017 general election, Waititi announced his support for Jacinda Ardern and the Labour Party. Commercials. Waititi has also been a prolific commercial director. He directed Air New Zealand's The Most Epic Safety Video Ever Made, featuring Peter Jackson and Elijah Wood as they go through where the Lord of the Rings films were shot. The commercial went viral, amassing over 16 million views on YouTube. Waititi directed Tesco's Borg, which features a comical Thor-esque character shopping in the supermarket. Notably, he went on to direct Marvel Studios' Thor: Ragnarok years later. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?